Doggy Anime presents.
I told you guys at closing ceremonies last year that I was going to put another bunny up, and I did. So that bunny was for y'all.
Hey everyone, I'm over in the South Hall of the BBC Braun Civic Center in Huntsville, Alabama to attend Rocket City Anime Convention 2023, their second season. Like they said before, there's a second bunny. So let's check it out, guys.
Entry price. Pre-ordered my pass, so I didn't have to pay at the door. However, the at-the-door prices are the entire weekend, $35. On Friday, $15. Just for Saturday, $20. And if you make it on Sunday, it's $15. Plus the parking, which is roughly about $20 unless you park far away. However, the question is, did I get my money's worth? Alright, so I got my badge, got through pre-reg, and I am ready for the second season of Rocket City Anime. Let's take a gander around, shall we? Alright, so this time we got the bigger convention room. Oh, so this is where Hama-con was for many years, so it's kind of nice to be back over here this time. Since the VBC does not allow outside food, let's check out their concession stand. Yep, overpriced high school concession stand food out of convenience. At least a beer is $8. As we enter the game room, the first thing I notice is an anime screening, which means that someone on the staff watched my last video on last year's con and took my advice on adding somewhere for an anime viewing. Only one thing I would add to this theatrical experience is the blaring and blasting sounds of video games in the same room. This might distract the watching experience. However, the selection of video games are very nice, but not as many as last year. My vendor's room expectations are of 4 simple things. 1. Anime DVDs and Blu-rays. 2. Manga or art books. 3. Figures or gunpla. Last of all, and probably important for most, Japanese candy, snacks, and or drinks. Ah yes, the vendor's room, the place I most enjoy about an anime convention. As you can see, there are shirts, housewares, and knickknacks, and also gunpla and models, which at least it achieves one of my expectations of a dealer's room. However, there are 3 missing. My obvious complaint I have are the lack of home media such as anime, DVD or Blu-ray, and manga or art books. Unlike last year, there are no Japanese snacks or drinks to sell. The only reason I can think that this is not occurring at this con is the fact that you have to pay extra to the VBC to sell goods and services. That way you will not be in competition of the house concession stand and their $8 beer. Alright, the booth on the far right next to the exit, this big old white booth, this stayed Friday, Saturday, but totally ran away on Sunday. Now let's take time to take a closer look at some of the booths. ICutComics. I really find the products to be very nice and the vendor was very friendly. I have links to this store in the description of the video. Here we have is the analog gaming. This guy is totally awesome at this convention, but a different person when he's home in Sevierville at his shop. For the panelists, the con focused on people who are volunteers, voice actors, and professional panelists that they invited to perform panels, all to avoid nerdy collective panels and character Q&A. Quote from their opening ceremony. The irony is that they delivered what they avoided. The real exception is there were no character Q&A, more voice actor Q&A, which is more valuable, and they performed it twice. If you missed one panel, you can catch the other. Almost forgot, there's a DJ at this convention that has interactive game panels. However, since I don't know my left from right, it kind of kicks me out of critiquing if these were good or not. So, oh well. Other than that, everything felt like it was a linger to wait for the next event to happen. After getting a flavor of the con and having the 18 plus events after 8:30 on Saturday, I don't think that this will match my area of interest, so I opted out of that. The Karaoke Cosplay Shoo event. I'm only going by word to mouth, so shame on me. But apparently, some female or females arrived wearing scantily clad Kill cosplays, and the staff shooed them away due to the dress code. Redirecting cosplayers to dress appropriately due to the rules, that's commonplace. I have no issue with that. My concern is I couldn't find these rules wherever they are posted or advertised. Even going to the site trying to figure it out without having to dive further into the source code to try to find this information or on the social media platform. But I'm imagining someone taking the time and effort to dress up as something and being told to go away after paying at least the costume, parking, con pass, and possibly a hotel room. The layout. On one hand, they got the big space at the VBC. On the other hand, last year's space felt like it was more utilized. With previous experiences with Hama-con, the panels should not be out in the open where the game room should be a panel room. And this missing corner near the dealer's room should also be a panel room as well. This corner might be missing because either they didn't pay for it, it could be used for maintenance or a green room for the convention, but I am not sure. All I know is they didn't use it. However, if you free up these rooms and have like the dealer's room out in the open area as well, you can have 2 panel rooms and a main events room, or convert one of the panel rooms into a karaoke room. The main reason I'm focused on the panel rooms is I can sit in the table area across from the concession stand and just turn my head to listen to either panel in the area. Then, if the karaoke plays, it can sound clash the other areas, making each presentation disorienting. We look up and see one panel room. We can hear the panel. We turn our head over to the other one. We hear that other panel. And if we turn back and kind of gauge between, we can hear both panels at once. So stay in this one location, I can hear both panel rooms without even moving.
Pika by itself is $4. Yeah, I think that I might have, I just got it off of Amazon, so it was like a second. I think I paid like $7 for it or something. I got ripped off is what I'm saying. I need my $3 back. But it is really easy to do. Just do yourself a favor, research the size of wires that you need, because I bought the wires for this and they were too big, so it didn't work. I think we're listening to Jesus Christ Superstar right now. I hope Never mind, this is not Jesus Christ Superstar, this is Tenacious D. Okay, anyway, so consolizer mods, everybody. These right here are great because they're in, and I know some of you are going to be like, why don't I just use the Game Boy player? Well, the answer is, I don't want to use the Game Boy player, I want to use my Game Boy. These allow you to take a Game Boy and you say, screen has broken, something like that, and it's... Anyway, I'm going to start talking about video games again. These allow you to play your Game Boy on the TV. Hello, Internet! Hi, Internet!
Luckily, while I was waiting for the panels, I can clown around with these two.
What did Augie get?
These are the pins that I collected at the convention this time around, both of them being double bunnies due to it being the second convention. Let's check out Faye Mata.
Hey Aggie, this is Faye Mata, the voice of Aqua from Konosuba. Purification! 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 Nature's beauty!
My Blu-ray signed by Faye Mata. Let's check out Todd Haberkorn.
You gotta come to Rocket City Anime Con because that's the only place you're gonna find a mint physical copy of one of the early roles I did from Tower of Jiraga. Jill is the character I played, and he's someone you're gonna want by your side when you're down in the dungeons.
These are the DVDs signed by Todd Haberkorn. There is some heart here as this charity has its booth. I'll let them describe who they are.
Hi everybody, welcome to Rocket City Anime Con 2023, mission number 2. We are the Extra Life booth here, coming to you from the Braun Center here in lovely South Hall 1. So for those of you that may not know, Extra Life is a charity organization for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. It goes for life-saving treatment, equipment, and facilities for the kids. Now the great thing about it is 100% of the money goes to the hospital for the benefit of the kids, so it's not paying for some CEO's third vacation home. And so we here are raising money for Vanderbilt Children's in Nashville, because that's where I'm located from. And all the money we've raised for the last few years went to the new Pediatric Oncology Center that they built in downtown Nashville. Starting this year, we're looking at a project to do quality of life improvements to the playrooms that the kids have access to. So things like that are, you see where the money is going with Extra Life. And that's what really sets it apart from other organizations that I have dealt with in the past. I've done this for about 10 years now, and it's the absolute joy of my life. I have a 4- and 6-year-old daughter who thankfully have never had to use the services of the Children's Hospital, but it's a great thing to know that it's there should we need it. So we're just looking for a great weekend. One of the things we've got out for everybody this weekend, aside from general swag, is we have this beautiful lightsaber courtesy of Rebel Sabers. They're a company out of Bowling Green, Kentucky, small family-owned business, beautiful, beautiful family, and dueling grade quality lightsabers. So they are made to take a beating. So they are. So you can come out and with a donation to the hospital, enter in for a raffle for this lightsaber. So come on down. We're going to be here all weekend. Hope to see everybody here, and everybody has a great and safe time.
This anime convention in June is looking a bit sparse. It isn't because the lack of advertising. They did their due diligence and advertised every which way to Sunday. They did an excellent job with that. But for all the other events going on in the Huntsville, Alabama area, at the VBC, this convention is also next door to a tattoo expo. Around the corner near the South Hall, we have the Flip. There was some fourth religious thing for one day on Friday, and the local Doctor Who convention having its last year, Concession. And this con is one that Huntsvilleites cherish very deeply. Ran by people who formed the earliest anime convention in Huntsville, Persicon. You also have other factors of vacationings happening, but I feel like they scored this big arena out of what the VBC wanted. More events at one time is cheaper on the building cost, but this is something I assume. The Flip is a collector's flea market that focuses more on sports memorabilia, sports cards, various trading cards, and comics. The closest thing of interest to my hobby that they had was a seal graded VHS of Back to the Future. I didn't get it, but it was there at that time. Now to proceed forward, here is footage of entering this area and corner shots of, well, all four corners.
Okay.
Luckily, a Birmingham convention named Kamicon is moving a branch up to the Huntsville area. Con review, positives. The staff and the people attending were very polite. If you fear COVID or crowded places, this con is for you. The volunteers are local, so it does have an inviting atmosphere since many have worked at conventions in Huntsville before. If you're looking to get autographs from voice actors and can figure out the line, it's easy to get their signatures pretty quickly. Also, one of the biggest highlights I can say for this convention is the cosplay scene. The cosplayers who showed up were amazing in the attire that they wore and just created a very positive atmosphere. Negatives. I was bored with too many wait times in between events. The people who had to take TPO to volunteer for this weekend, I feel bad for, because yes, it was easy volunteer work that you can put down hours at your work if you have that benefit, but this could have been greater even though it had some issues. This time the dealer's room was meeting less of my expectations than last year, moving from 2 out of 4 to 1 out of 4. There was a huge clash of domino events that worked against having a new con to succeed at this point in time, considering how busy the city was. Missed doing the logistics of where to place what where for the arena that they have. Just made it very disfocused to try to listen to panels, main events, and if anything, the karaoke overpowering and echoing the whole arena. So for this convention, it's technically a younger sibling of 2 other conventions that belong in the west part of Tennessee and the east part of Tennessee. So the staffs of a bigger convention are not getting Nashville and try an unknown area without understanding what's going on within it, not having a place to have posted rules either in person or somewhere online. However, I don't drink, so I don't understand the satisfaction of an $8 beer. Dealer's room. While having interesting trinkets, clothing, and one of my expectations, Gunpla and figures. With low attendance and one of the vendors leaving, I feel bad for some of these sellers and disappointed that there was less than there was last time they had this convention. Who's the target audience? Really, cosplayers. If you're part of the cosplay journeyman and you are a lower rank or beginner, novice, I'm not sure how this works, but I do know that there is a ranking system. If you're one of the low tier ones and want to try to improve your cosplay, either with tips, make friends, or improve your points so you can level up potentially, this one is for you. If you are a parent who does not want to spend much time away from home but want to silence their kids while not buying anything, this convention is for you. For those who are overly fearful of COVID and crowds but enjoy a nice refreshing $8 beer, this con is for you. Guests. So how does the guest rank? Well, everyone was nice, but easily tired as they ran all the panels. The voice actors did repeat their panels, but understand for fairness, they wanted the fans to catch what they missed if they weren't able to attend. Vitamin H does have interesting panels, but they are the same panels performed if you've seen them before. I don't mind panelists asking for tips, but imitating a blind person is a bit too far for me. Cutscene Queens are a local panel group that do provide various interests. This is my first time encountering them, but so far I like some of their topics that they covered and how they performed in their panels, but not all topics are going to be fun for all, so bear in mind. Overall, the people working this event did do their best, but with the abundant amount of events and a new location with little amount of planning, this is just as confusing as if the country of Spain ordered Harris, France. Some suggestions were heard, but more were sacrificed, offering a less experience than before. The whole weekend was not worth the price for me, and as this year's 2024 summer comes to a close, there was no announcement, update, or message, as this looks to be the last convention of Rocket City Anime. What's better than an $8 beer? Why, it's the Cosplay Reel.
that is all for Rocket City Anime 2023. Mission 2. But with that, I'll see you soon, and roll that beam footage. Hey guys, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, ring the bell, comment below, watch my playlists, share with your friends, follow my social medias, ring that bell, and I'll have more to come later. Thank you for watching. Go.
You cannot defeat me, the great and powerful power! How I defeated the entire fire is pathetic! You can never! You see, I'm going to be the Nobel Prize winner! Ha ha ha! 3, 2, 1, Wonder High!
Tell us when to go.
When to go where?
To start filming.
Film what?
That's the guy wanted to tell us to do that.
Yeah, he's doing the bit.
You
right
gotta
now.
tell. Yeah, that's my bit.
He's already started.